Hi guys, Storm201 back again with another Nanoblock Unbag and build, and I have got a nice little surprise for you guys. I've got not just one, not two, but three little Nanoblock bags to show you guys. So, I'm starting off with showing off with... Oh, not again, hang on. I'm starting off with Piplup. He's one of my newest additions. I'll do him in another video. I've also got Psyduck, the quacking Pokemon, quacking in my opinion, and a very requested Nanoblock set from LegoZilla, Garchomp number 75. Starts off as a funny little gibble that can bite at the heads of the Piplup, as originally seen in the anime series, but when it fully evolves into a Garchomp, it can be a very ferocious dragon-type Pokemon. So we're going to be working on this in Nanoblock set in this video. So, as always, let's see how many bags of Nanoblocks we have. You can see that we have quite a few orange to go through, and 4 bags, which it's a fair amount, considering that this is a 3-star build, so I'm gonna look forward to sorting out the pieces. I'll get back to you guys in a minute and show you what I had to grab. Okay, so all the pieces are now together, and sorted, sorry. We have got some 1x1s, 1x2s, 3s and 4s right here in this tray. We've also got some 2x2s, 3s and 4s as well. We've got a nice variety of dark blues. We've got some 1x6s here, and some L's and T's all stacked up nicely. We've even got some cream, sort of orangey, light brownish 1x2s and 1x3s right here. Then we've also got some orange 2x3s, 1x3s and 1x1s right here. We've also got some white 1x3s, 1x1s and T's, and we've also got some black L's and L's and 1x1s right here. So, it was a bit difficult trying to sort out the pieces because of the dark blue and the black being mixed in together. So make sure that when you are separating the pieces into their proper groups, you use a bright light like I'm using right now with my ring light. But anyway, that is it for the sorting step. It's now time to get on with the building step, and I'm going to build step 1. Okay, so step 1 is fully completed, and let me show you guys what I had to do first and foremost. I began here at the front with a 1x3, then a 1x4 right here, then a 2x4 right next to the 1x4, and then at the back is a 2x3, so that we got a good solid foundation. Then at the top, I started off with the T right here, so right on with the point on top of the 1x3 first, so that it's got a good solid grip. Then I put on the 1x2s on both sides where the gaps are located. Then I did a 1x3 and a 1x2 on the back here. Then some 1x4s here, here, and here. Just make sure that there is a nice little gap in from this point here to the later on in the back. So with that done, we can now move on to step 2 of the build, where we're going to try and where it looks like we're building up towards Garchomp's body. So we're going to add some more to the torso. I'll show you guys in a second. Okay, so step 2 of the build is now complete. What I had to do first and foremost at the front was put on a 2x4 right here on the right hand side, then a 2x3 right next to it. And then behind that 2x3 is a 2x2. Then, to fill in the gaps between the 2x2 and the 2x4 at the back, I had to put on a dark blue T in the with the gap point facing inside towards the body, and another one at the back. Then at the top, you can see here I've got 2 L's with both on one side of each other, and then a light brown 1x3 right here. Next up, I had to do the dark blue T's right here and here. Then a 1x3, followed by a 1x2, and a little 1x1 on its own. So that is it for step 2, and now I'm going to go and get the build step 3 of the model. Okay, so step number 3 is done on the model. So let me explain what I did. Here at the front is a light brown 1x3 on its own, angled vertically instead of horizontally. Then behind it is a blue, dark blue 1x4 and a 2x4. All right here. Then on both sides is a dark blue L and a 1x2, where the L's gaps are facing southeast and southwest, respectively. Then here at the top is an orange 2x3, followed by maybe two more L's with the gaps being filled by the orange, and a dark blue T right here at the back. So we are nicely, slowly building up Garchomp's body, slow and steady and whatnot. So now I'm going to get the pieces together for step 4 of the build. Okay, so step 4 of the build is over and done with. Nothing exciting, it was just a orange 2x3 here. That's what I started off with as my foundation brick. Then I did an orange 1x1 here at the front, followed by two dark navy blue L's here and here, followed by a navy blue T right there at the back. Like I said, it's nothing really that exciting, it's just a little formality for the next step, which I'm going to be working on, which will be step 5. Okay, so step 5 of the build is now done. First of all, right here, from from the last step, I had to put in an orange 1x3, and then behind it, both sides, is a navy blue 2x2 here and here. Then behind, there is some blue L's on both sides, right here and back here and here. Then, they were T's, sorry, they are T's, I do apologize. Then, in between those two T's is a navy blue 1x3. Then, on top, we have I started off with a navy blue L as a good sort of foundation block for the build. Then, a 2x3 here at the back, followed by another L. Then, I did the orange 2x3 here, and a 1x3 right here. Then, I followed it up with some orange 1x1s here and here. So that is it for what looks like the mid body of Garchomp. So now I'm going to get to work on step 6 of the build, where I'm going to be working on the arms. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so part 1 for step 6 is now complete, because it's going to be a 2-part process for this step. What I had to do was for both, it looks like it's both of Garchomp's arms I'm doing. So I started off with the blue L's, then in front of each one, as you can tell by the image that you're seeing, I put a 1x4 on both sides where the, as you can see here, one right here, and one right here, then a 1x3 right here at the back of each of the arms. Then on top I had to put on another blue L here and here, and it looks like these are going to be the pieces that will stick onto the body of Garchomp. But then I had to put on a 1x4 here and a here as well, then a 1x3 and a here and here, so that it keeps the arms together. So with that over and done with, I can now move on to step 2 of the build, where you have to grab 2 white 1x1s. You put one on top of the other like this, and then put those on top like that. Same again with the other 2. And then you just put on a white 1x1 on top of the each L here, and here. And with that over and done with, we can now bring the body back and attach each of the completed steps that we've done onto the body. And that is that. So now step 6 is now over and done with. I can now move on to step 7. Okay, so step 7, it's a 3-part process which had to be done. I did it all off on camera just to save a bit of time. So what I did was I had to start with a 1x6 blue right here. Then I put on a 1x2 in the very middle of that part. Then for step 2 of this part, I had to put on a 1x6 right here at the front with a gap from the on top. Then a 1x3 right here with 2 gaps. So on top of the on the previous step. Then at the top here is another blue 1x6. Then on top of that, where it's fully aligned, is a 1x4. So with that over and done with, I can now put this on Garchomp's body. You have to put it on like this. There we go. Garchomp is coming along nicely, but he still needs some more work to be done on him. So I'm now going to get to work on step 8. Okay, so step 8 of the build is now completed. What I did was, instead of going front to back, I went back to front. Just because of the fin at the back of Garchomp that we did from the last step. So I did the blue 1x1s here and here to help with the stability of the fin. Then I did a 2x3 here and then 2x2 right here. Then what I did was the blue T's here and here. You gotta make sure that the points of the T's are facing outside towards the front of Garchomp, and that they are over the arms, the fins of Garchomp that you did on step 6. Otherwise it might come a little loose and rather wobbly, I'd say. Then in between the T's was the orange 1x3 right here. Then I also had to put on some blue, navy blue 1x1s here and here. I think it's just to help with the next step, just to create a bit more of a solid structure for the model base. So that's what I'm going to go with on the next step, step 9. Okay, so step 9 of the build is now over and done with. What I had to do was I started off with an orange 2x3 right here at the front. Then I put on some 1x3s on both sides here. Then some 1x2s here on blues. Then a 1x4 here at the back so that it connects to the big fin on the back of Garchomp. So it's all connected and it won't move around as the build goes on. Which is good, and what we want. So now, we can now move on to step number 10 of the build. Just a quick one before I carry on with the next step. I had to put on some white 1x1s here and here, which was forgotten on my part. I wasn't looking at the instructions, but just make sure that you do read them all, the instructions carefully before you move on to the next step, which is now what I am going to do. Okay, so step 10 of the build is done. Really easy. All I had to do was an orange 2x3 here, then behind it a navy blue 1x3, followed by some navy blue 1x1s here and here, where they are in close proximity to the navy 1x3 that we did behind the orange 2x3. So with that over step now done, I have to put the body to the side and get to work on Garchomp's head, which will be step 11. Okay, so step 11 is now completed. What I did was, at the bottom of the head of Garchomp, I had to put on an orange 1x3 here at the front. Then I put on a navy blue 1x1 right in the middle of that 1x3 at the front. Then I put on a white 1x3 behind the orange 1x3. Then a 2x3 orange here, followed by a navy blue 2x3 and a 1x3 here and here. So that is that for that part. Then on top, I had to put on a navy blue T here, followed by black L's here and here, with the gaps are facing northeast and northwest respectively. Then I filled up the gaps with the navy blue T's here and here. Then in between those T's and the black L's is a navy blue 1x2 right here in the middle. Then I had to put in a 2x3 here at the back to fill up the other gaps of the T's. Then another navy blue T to help form more of the head. So we've got a good base for the head now, so we can move on to step 12. Okay, so step 12 is almost complete. I thought I'd show you guys what I had to do first before doing the final touches for this step on the head. So first of all, I did the light brown 1x2s here and here to begin with the build. Then I put on a black 1x1 here and here. Just make sure that when you're doing the light browns, it is on the top of the black L from the last step. Then behind, right here in the middle, as you can see, I started off with a navy blue 1x4, then a 2x3 here. Then I went to the left and did a 2x4 here and a 2x3 here. Then I did a 1x2 right here at the back and a 1x3. And at the front is some navy blue 1x2s here and here. So those are now complete. You're gonna be wondering why I have a light brown 1x3 and a navy blue 1x1. It's to show you what you have to do, which is one of my favorite parts of the build videos. I put on a blue 1x1 here, and then you just place that right there, and you've got more of the head built. And with that over and done with, I can now move on to step 13 of the build, where we're going to be, looks like we're going to be doing more of the sides of Garchomp's head. Okay, so for step 13, it looks like we're not going to be doing the sides of, well, the big sides of Garchomp's head just yet. We do need to add at least a few more pieces onto the head so that we can finish off creating Garchomp's eyes. So we needed to grab a 2x4 in navy blue with a 1x1 black here. Then you have to put one of them on both sides so that they look like what you're seeing on the screen. And then you just put this one on like so, and the other like so. So we have Garchomp's eyes fully built. So now we are done with step 13. We can now move on to step 14 of the build, which is the size of Garchomp's head. Okay, so part 1 of step 14 is now completed. Let me turn one over so that you get an idea on what it's supposed to look like from the layer below. I started off with a navy blue 1x3 here at the front, then another 1x2 here at the back, and finally a 1x4 on the side. Now, depending on which side you're doing of the head first, make sure that they are, well, the 1x3 and the 1x2 are kept straight. The 1x4 is on one side as opposed to the other. Then at the top here, I had to put on a 2x2 on top of the 1x3. That was the first important step. Then I put the 1x4 underneath it accordingly. So as you can see, as such, the 1x4 is here and the 1x4 is there for each one respectively. Then I had to put on two 1x6s here so that we've got a nice good stability for the rest of the head. Then at the back is a navy blue L so that it forms a bit of the hammer for Garchomp's head. So with that over and done with, I can now move on to the second part of step 14. Okay, so the second part of step 14 is now over and done with. What I had to do was put on a navy blue 1x4 here, right in the long part of the side of Garchomp's head. Then I had to put on a 1x3 to make sure that the 1x6s were not moving around as much when you put the pieces on. Then I just had to put on a 1x1 at the front here so that it has that nice curve for the side of Garchomp's head. So now the next thing to do is to put them onto Garchomp's head. And you just put them on like so. That's one. And that is the other. Really easy, really simple. Just try. It kind of starts to look like it's a hammerhead shark now, but we just need some more to do a little bit more for the head of Garchomp. So now I'm going to move on to build step 15 of the model. Okay, so step 15 is now over and done with. It's really just a matter of filling in the gaps on Garchomp's head. So what I did was I started off with a light brown 1x3 here at the front. Then I did a navy blue 1x4 right here where my finger is. Then, of course, I did the navy blue T here at the back of the head so that it's nice and stable. But we also had some other gaps that we had to fill from the other steps. So I did the navy blue 1x1s here, one where my thumb is, right here, and of course here at the back where the T is, right here and here. So that is it for the gaps filled out on Garchomp's head. So now I can move on to step 16 of the build. Okay, so step 16 is now done with the model. I began here at the front with the light brown 1x2s here, and here. Then I used a navy blue T here to fill in the gap. Then I applied two more navy blue 2x3s here and here. Then on both sides in between those navy blue 2x3s is some navy blue L's here and here. So those are now done. And then finally some 1x1s here and again here, so that we are done with the top side of Garchomp's head. we just need to turn it over so that we can do the next step, which will be step 17. And we'll bring in the body again, ready for step 18. But let's do step 17 first, because that's the important thing. We just need an orange 1x3, and then we have to apply it right like this. Perfect. And that is it for step 17. Really easy, especially with the next step, which will be step 18. You just have to make sure that this part here is right in line with this part here. Yep, and then you just put model on like so. And that is it. Garchomp has his head, but he is missing his legs, so we are going to move on to that on step 19 of the build. Okay, I took another look at the instructions, and it turns out that steps 19 and 20 are exactly the same. We're working on Garchomp's feet, so I'm going to do them both at the same time, but it is going to be exactly mirror opposites to each other. But what I had to do for each, for both of them at the same time, was a white T, followed by a navy blue 1x2 here at the back. Then on top of each one is a 2x3, where this one is on the right hand side here, and this one is on the left hand side. So that's it for the first part of step 19 and 20. I'm now going to get to work on part 2 of each step. Okay, so part 2 of the step is now completed, of steps 19 and 20. So here at the front is another navy blue 2x3. You had to bring it in right in front of the 2x3 from the first part of the step, forward 1. Then on top of each one is a navy blue L, where for the right leg the gap is facing northeast, and the right leg it's northwest. Then the gaps are filled by two 2x2s here and here. Then a gap, another 1x1 here for the navy blues are filled up. Then another L here at the back of the 2x2. One here, and another one here. Just make sure that the gaps are facing northeast and northwest respectively. Otherwise it will look a little bit off later on in the build. But we are going to we'll carry on with the next part of the steps. So it's now time for part 3 of steps 19 and 20. Okay, so part 3 are done for steps 19 and 20. First of all, I had to put on two 2x3s. These are vertically on both sides. As you can see right here. Oh, if I can show you. There, 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 and there. And at the back of each one is a 1x2, where it is also lying at the back. Then on top, as you can see, is two 2x4s, one here and one here. Here, and I have checked that is the correct position. And of course, they both have an L, where the gaps are filled out by the 2x4s. So that is that for part 3 of each step. So now I'm going to finish them each off with part 4. Okay, so the final parts of step 19 and 20 are now over and done with. It's really easy. I just had to grab the white 1x3s. He's at the top here. Here and again here. And then also some navy blue 1x3s here and here. And then on top of, on top, in the middle of the white 1x3s is a white 1x1 each on each side. So now it is time for us to attach the legs onto Garchomp's body. Just gotta make sure that it is done correctly. Yep, it looks right like that. And again, like so. Bingo! We are nearly done with the Garchomp model, and it looks like he is nearly complete, but we do have that one little detail, which is the tail on Garchomp. So now, we are going to get to work on that. It's really easy. It's just 2 parts to this step. And I might as well do it on camera, no pausing or anything. So first of all, we grab a 1x6, then we put on a 1x2 on top like so, and then a 1x1 here, like so. Then underneath, grab a 1x2, a 1x6, sorry, then a 1x2 and a 1x1, put it on like that. There we go. And then that is it. We have done with the tail of Garchomp. Now we just have to attach it. And that is it. Garchomp is now a fully built biting dragon machine, ready to take on any and all challenges in the Sinnoh region. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed building Garchomp, and I hope to see you again real soon. And of course, if you are new to the channel, please do not forget to subscribe. Take care and happy gaming, guys. Hiya guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, why not check out my latest video right here. If you haven't got anything to watch on the weekend or one of your days off, why not check out my playlist right here. And if you aren't a subscriber to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified on my latest videos. Hope to see you again soon. Happy gaming. See you around.